See that cutie over there, ancient Kimmy, yo. She been banging from since 5,000 years ago. See my homie over there, ancient Kimmy, yo. He been slanging from since 5,000 years ago. Ancient Kimmy, yo. 5,000 years ago. Ancient Kimmy, yo. 5,000 years ago.
Components of the greatest matter in life, sculpted by the beautiful rays of light. Your design is made to originate the manifestations of true righteous dignity. When I look into your eyes, there's a reflection of the same vibe that I hold inside. That's how I know it's the same comedic vibe. You and I started to rise as an I and I, together forever, no need to die. Come in again with the real light. You and I started to rise as an I and I, together forever, no need to die.
See that cutie over there, ancient Kimmy, yo. She been banging from since 5,000 years ago. See my homie over there, ancient Kimmy, yo. He been slanging from since 5,000 years ago. Ancient Kimmy, yo. 5,000 years ago. Ancient Kimmy, yo. We was banging these beats 5,000 years ago.
It's true, the vibration that we held on to from before the world did ever know. Black man, woman, children, the purity seeds were sown, holding the essence of true love. One of the reasons we never lost the keys to our real soul, beyond the darkest mold. The energy is full of memories of how we used to be. Dignified, upright kings and queens, bearing righteous seeds, who brought forth more prosperity to help our community, to cure our liberty. The essence could never cease. My destiny is to wake up and revive the frequency. Blood ties, real up lights, it's all we seek to strengthen in reality.
So light up, ancient Kimmy, yo. We fired up 5,000 years ago. So roll out, ancient Kimmy, yo. Never died out since 5,000 years ago.
Oh no, going back to Akibon in high school. It's true, it's true. The roots will never lose. It's
See that
true.
cutie over there, ancient Kimmy, yo. She been banging from since 5,000 years ago. See my homie over there, ancient Kimmy, yo. He been slanging from since 5,000 years ago. Ancient Kimmy, yo. 5,000 years ago. Ancient Kimmy, yo.
What's
5,000 years ago.
motherfucking popping? We back in the building. Your boy, RAWASAS, doing what I do. All on the Table podcast. You know, we talk about a little bit of everything. We bring you a little bit of everything. We may say nothing, but we say everything at the same time. Today, I got something a little different for y'all. Everybody always talking about their feelings and what's going on and, you know, what's happening in the world and chakras and all types of shit. Most of it, I ain't gonna lie, I have no fucking clue what people be talking about from time to time when it comes to that. Maybe because I haven't had enough information on this type of shit. So I got somebody here with me today that's gonna help us figure some of this shit out. We got Miss Tofania Bourne in the building, aka Sister Mindfulness.
The mindfulness. Yes.
What's up with you?
How you doing? Peace.
I'm doing great. I ain't complaining at all. Real quick for me. I see that pendant you got around your neck. And I've seen that on numerous things, and numerous people try to tell me different things about it. A lot of times people have no clue, so I can't really pay attention to what they're saying anyway. So what does that mean? I'm pretty sure you're not wearing it just to wear it.
You talking about the Ankh?
Yes.
Okay, so like you said, everyone has their opinion of what it means. I will say when I was first made aware of the Ankh, everybody knows Erykah Badu. Everybody knows she used to wear the Ankh ring or the Ankh earrings or everything, and that's when it really, I guess you could say when I was attracted to it. And just doing research on it, you know, it comes from the times of ancient Kemet. Some people say it symbolizes, like the top part symbolizes the woman's womb. The cross part symbolizes the fallopian tubes, and the bottom part symbolizes the birth canal. Some people say the bottom part symbolizes the penis, but basically it represents just a life. If you look at it, it kind of looks like a stick figure, like a stick person with the head, the arms, and the
I can
leg.
agree with that.
So to me, it just represents a balance of masculine and feminine energy, a balance of life and death, and you know the rebirth, the life cycle, and it keeps me balanced, and it reminds me that that I am whole.
Okay. So you do like readings and things of that nature, correct?
Yes, I do tarot readings, oracle readings, and energy healing.
So first off, how did you even get into that? How, like, is it like a bunch of practice? Is it just reading? Is it like something that's in you? I mean, because if you really look, you see people popping up all the time. I remember we used to see Miss Cleo and all that type of shit.
Yeah.
So, I mean, for the most part, people like Miss Cleo and a lot of the commercials, the infomercials rather, they kind of made it bad for people who may actually know what they're talking about or what they're doing, because they kind of, in my opinion, made a mockery, made a joke of it.
Mm-hmm.
So how did
Yeah.
you actually get into it?
Well, to add on to what you said with it seems as though they made a mockery of it. In my opinion, to get people's attention with certain things, sometimes you have to make a mockery. For example, there was this guy, I forget his name. I think he was like the person who originally made the song, I Put a Spell on You. I know a lot of people know Nina Simone's version of that song. Well, it was actually a guy that made that song. And if you pull up the video on YouTube, you will see him. He's dressed like in what someone called voodoo attire. Like he's holding this skull in his hands. He got these horns coming out of his nose, and just how he's vocal, like he's screaming, and it's kind of scary, but at the same time, it grabs your attention, because a lot of times people are interested in things that put fear in them. They gravitate towards things that put fear in them, like people going to haunted houses and watching scary movies, and stuff like that.
All that type stuff.
Yeah, it gets your attention, and it also plants that seed. Just like with Erykah Badu, you know, she planted that seed in me when I saw this symbol. But as far as tarot goes, to be honest with you, I feel like what sparked it off. I'm from the country. I'm from Louisiana, from a little town in Louisiana called Edgard. This country, and
Definitely
my family. Yeah, my family. They played a lot of cards. Like they were always playing spades, bourrée, tonk, pity pad, stuff like that. So as a little kid, that's what I saw all the adults doing, and then my older cousins, they would teach it to us. Like we'll be 7, 8 years old playing cards for pennies or playing cards for candy or something like that. So I was always into cards. Okay, fast forward, Miss Cleo. And I actually have her tarot deck too. But Miss Cleo planted that seed as well. Because it things that I was always curious about, things that I didn't know about, and I wanted to find ways to know about it, or find ways to know about things that I didn't know. I tell everybody I'm nosy. That's just basically what it is. I'm nosy. I be wanting to know stuff. So
Hey, that let us know that you Black. That's for sure.
yeah. So I want to say about 2013 with tarot specifically, because I was always into like the zodiac signs and horoscopes and stuff like that as a kid. But about 2014, I was going through some things in my life, and I called this psychic hotline. I believe it was King, and the things that the lady was telling me, like she described my son, she described my son's father. She was telling me things that I'm like, how? And I asked, I'm like, how are you doing this? How are you doing this? She said, well, you can do it too. And the phone, like I ran out of time, the amount of time that I paid for right after that. I want to say probably about a day after that, I went to Barnes and Noble and I bought my first deck and just been running with it through since then. But it's not anything special. I mean, some people, I guess they feel special. But it's something that anybody can do. It's actually similar to reading a picture book.
Okay. Because I've been seeing lately a lot of, different shows and, movies, and the way they're trying to break it down, basically, like you said, it's nothing special. Anybody could do it. You pick up cards. I'm assuming it takes a lot of practice and study to remember what each card means and how it correlates with the next card and, all that good stuff. You brought
it
up
actually doesn't take a lot of practice. My kids
Really?
do it too. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you brought up Zodiac, right? And I'm gonna be honest, that's one thing. I know I'm a Taurus. Everybody tell me, I know how you are. You're bullheaded. You're this, you're that. And I ain't gonna lie, it's been certain times, certain people have said stuff. Well, I've read certain zodiacs, and I'm like, holy shit, like that really is me. Like, how the fuck is that even possible? You know what I mean? So do you really believe that your zodiac sign really does explain you, or really can like you can read a zodiac sign? Do you believe that a daily zodiac sign really explains you or can read you or anything to that effect?
Well, to a certain extent, because so there's a birth chart when dealing with astrology. And I'm not an astrologist, like I dabble in a little bit of everything and just bring it all together. But
you
there's
kind
a
of
birth
have
chart.
to do the tarot and all that though, correct?
Yeah, I mean, you really don't have to, but it helps. It helps to strengthen your skills. But with your birth chart, you have different zodiacs, like all of the planets. It's zodiacs, planets, and houses. So you have your sun sign, which is Taurus for you. That's the zodiac sign that the sun was in at the time of your birth. You
Okay.
have your moon sign. That's where the moon was at the time of your birthday. And then you have your rising sign, and the rising is like the peak of your birth chart or whatever. So that's whatever planet or whatever planet and house and zodiac that's at like the top of your birth chart, I believe. But it's all different characteristics. So you can't just tell like everything about a person just from their sun sign, because you might have, like for me, my sun sign is Cancer. Cancers are like the mother of the zodiac. We're the most sensitive, crybabies. We feel everything. We're very nurturing. But then opposite of that is my moon sign, which is Capricorn. And Capricorns could be, because my daughter and my significant other is a Capricorn, and they're very laid back, could be kind of closed off at times. They're more hardworking individuals. Cancers could be a little more lazier than that. What else?
Your
It's
moon
like
sign is basically the person you most compatible with, correct?
um I've heard that. I can't tell you for sure, because like I said, I'm not an astrologist, but your moon sign is like your sun sign is your first impression, what you give off to others. and that's what you're most in alignment with. And your moon sign is basically what you need or how you need to be in order to be your authentic self. If
Okay.
you, yeah,
Kind of
it,
makes
it
sense.
yeah, and it's different aspects. Like you can have, like for instance, Venus. My Venus, planet Venus, was in Taurus, and Venus and Taurus, I believe, Venus is a planet of love, relationships, money. So Taurus, that's they're like money. Y'all attract money easily too, I believe, Tauruses. But certain aspects, like depending on where the planet is, like what zodiac the planet is in, what house the planet is in, it differentiates everything. Like, so you can have your sun sign, and then in another aspect of yourself is something totally different. So it's different aspects to everybody. It can get confusing.
Yeah,
It can get confusing,
like I
but
said,
it can
that's
tell, like,
confusing as hell to me. I didn't have
yeah, but if
anybody
you,
explain it.
yeah, if you actually get someone, a professional, to read your birth chart, like they can tell you, they can tell you when you experience your first heartbreak, when is a good time to open up a business, when is a good time to promote something or switch a job, when is a good time to move, what area is a good place to move in. It can tell you a
I've
lot.
actually seen things where they was promoting where you can come and find out all that type of stuff. So that stuff is actually, you would say that that stuff is actually accurate?
Yeah, from experience, what I've experienced has been accurate for me. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the scary part for me, to be honest with you. That's the part that scares the fuck out of me. And I ain't scared of it too much
Why?
because I don't know. I enjoy the unknown when it comes to life. I enjoy things just happening and being surprised and stuff like that. So to me, I fear knowing exactly what's going to happen because now I'm looking forward to it. So like when people say, oh, they can tell you the day you're going to die. I don't want to know that shit. Like, I'm cool. I don't need to.
But and that's the thing. Like everything is not set in stone, because somebody can tell you, oh, when you go outside, you're gonna cross the street and get hit by a bus. Well, just by you knowing that, you're not gonna go outside, so you're not gonna cross the street and get hit by a bus. So tarot for me, I don't so much like to do them as predictions. I like to do my readings based off of what you need to know right now in this moment. Like, is there anything that you're not aware of that you need to be aware of in order for you to elevate in life? Or is there anything that could be blocking you from being the best person that you can be, or for giving the best effort that you can towards a certain thing? Or if you have options, like what's the best option for you right now in this moment?
Okay. I mean, I can see where that would be helpful and would actually make sense. When it comes to tarot, can two people have the same reading, or is it always going to guarantee to be different for each person?
It depends on the situation. It depends what you're reading about. Because, like say for instance, if it's a love reading, like two people that don't know each other, um, certain messages from that reading could resonate with them, but it wouldn't be exactly the same for everybody. Like the whole thing wouldn't be exact for each individual person. Because what I do, like on my social media, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, I give general messages. So it's not specific to anyone, but it's just a general overall message that could possibly resonate with you.
Shoot them socials out there real quick since you brought it up. Let everybody know where they can find you.
Yeah, Sister Mindfulness is SISTAR, Sistar Mindfulness. Um, that's with TikTok and with Instagram and with YouTube. My YouTube is a little dry right now, so I'm trying to figure out how to do all the little hashtags and stuff. But yeah, it's up there.
Okay, definitely make sure y'all check her the fuck out. You know what I mean? Especially
Yeah,
if you need to
appreciate
be
it.
read. If you need to, you might need to know something at this very moment. It's something that might be going on, and it's something that may.
Yeah, I can guarantee you that the messages that I put out there, it will resonate with you in some way. It always comes from the heart, always comes from source. Um, even if it's something that I posted a few weeks ago and you go back to it, it's something about it is going to resonate. And I do offer free readings every now and then on my social media. So if y'all want to tune in and catch me with that, just be on the lookout for it.
Definitely hear that. Does what you do, does it have anything to do with like spirits or anything of that nature?
Yes and no. Yes and no. What I do, it has everything to do with energy. Everything is made up of energy. Scientifically, it is known that everything is made up of energy. Spirits are made up of energy. The only thing with spirits is that their energy isn't so much compacted to a actual form like we are. It's just that pure source energy. I'm actually taking a class right now that's being mentored on psychic mediumship because I see spirits, I hear spirits, I get visions. I'm a dreamer. I always was a dreamer. I have prophetic dreams. I feel things, and where I'm from, that's not really the best thing. I basically live in Bible Belt, so anything that's not of the Bible is considered devil's work or whatever. And I've just gotten to the point where I've allowed myself to be myself and allow myself to just be comfortable with what God gave me, because I feel like it's like a hierarchy thing with the churches. I'm not knocking anybody that goes to church or anything, because you can get a message from God from somebody that's living on the street. You can get a message from God from a animal that's passing by. God speaks to you in many different ways. So I don't feel that it's right for people to say the only way that you can speak with spirit or speak with God is through this one specific person right here, and you can't do it yourself. That's false. Everybody is equal on this planet, and just like that person has the ability to speak with spirit and speak with God, so do you. It's just if you're open to it or not.
Let me ask you this: coming from the bayou itself, people speak on the whole voodoo and what you call it a root. I don't know how you say it.
Yeah, root work.
Yeah. Does tarot and all of that, is that a portion or part of like the black magic or whatever you want to call it? I mean, me personally, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't really believe in black magic myself. I don't think it's actual fucking wizards walking around the fucking planet and witches and all that. I don't believe that part. But a lot of people do believe that, you can obtain that knowledge to be a sorcerer or wizard or witch or whatever. And if you watch like movies and shows, whenever they bring up witches and all that, they always got like cards or they're doing some type of reading or some crazy spells or something like that. Is tarot technically a part of what you would consider black magic, or is it completely different?
Well, black magic itself, that term, I feel like it's just a label that people put on African spirituality, like just going back to our roots. That's what they did. They have different forms of divination. Tarot is just one modality that is used to see a person's energy. People use tarot cards, oracle cards. Some people throw bones. Some people use runes. Some people can just look at you and they get visions, or they just get feelings. Like it's different ways, but all of that is tied into one. Black magic, that term, different people have different interpretations of that, right? For one, the word black, it always has a negative connotation because of the media. When you see what's called witches on TV, they're always in black and they're ugly. If you see scary movies, most of the monsters or the negative entities that's in there is always something black. Me, on the other hand, and a lot of people that I'm affiliated with, we look at the color black as something different, because when you plant a seed, you plant it in the darkness, it grows in the darkness. When a baby is conceived, that baby grows in the darkness. So black, to me, that darkness is just something that, and it's an area for creation, basically, or it's an area of things unknown. Like you said, that unknown, you can't see it because it's in the darkness, right? But when you bring your awareness to it, that's what brings light to the situation, and that's what the tarot readers and the root workers and whatever, the witches, the healers, whatever, that's what we do. We bring light to the darkness, even if that so-called darkness is something that you're afraid of. If it's there, it's because you need to be aware of it. A root worker, a healer, which you can have an ailment, some type of illness, or just an unfortunate event that may possibly happen to you, and you don't know anything about it right now because it hasn't been brought into your full awareness. But if you wait until it's brought into your full awareness, like just sit and wait, it could be too late. But if you have a healer, a witch, a root worker, or anybody else that does that type of work to make you aware of it before it's too late, then how is that something bad? Like, a lot of people are afraid of it because it's just something that they don't
I never really thought
understand.
about it that way, to be honest with you, until you just said that. So that it actually does make sense.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people are afraid of it, and I would say 100% to me, I feel it's because of how it's portrayed in social media. But I guarantee you that every big corporation, every millionaire, billionaire, I guarantee you they have an astrologer or a numerologist or a psychic that they're dealing with.
I can
And
believe
they
that.
just don't put it out there. Like, why would, if that's your trump card, why would you let everybody know about that?
No, I can definitely believe that. That actually does make sense. I can see that. I can see that,
Mhm.
especially if you're dealing with a lot of money. You kind of do want to know, damn, is it good to put this money over here? Did I
Exactly.
snatch my money today?
Yeah. They have there's this guy whose podcast I listen to, I forgot his name. But he teaches tarot classes on his podcast, and he was saying how some of his students work with like criminal cases, finding missing persons, um just finding criminals, period. They have some people that work with stock investors. They have some people that work with matter of fact, some psychiatrists actually use tarot, but they don't
Oh, wow.
say that's what they're using.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
It's there. It's just
Yeah,
everybody
that's
ain't trying to
crazy.
say, hey, this is what I do.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, whenever you hear of anything that got to do with any of it, it's always, like I said, you hear about a root, it's to make a man never leave a woman or some crazy shit like that. And I'm pretty
And you,
sure
that could be done. I mean, that's possible, but
that shit is real.
it's
That really
yeah,
can happen.
it's energy manipulation.
Wow.
And yes, wizards, witches, all of that's labels, but basically all it is energy manipulation. And scientifically, energy can be manipulated. If you'll see videos with them doing the example like with a glass of water. When you put different sounds up to that glass of water, the wave patterns change. But that's energy manipulation. Our body is made up of 70% water. So different energies, like the music that we listen to, it can affect our emotions, it can affect our thoughts, it can affect our actions. That's why television is programming. They call it television programming. They're programming people to be a certain way and to be subdued in a certain way. That's why I'm mindful of what I watch on TV. I'm mindful of the music that I listen to. But just the people around, like another person's energy could affect you. Someone could manipulate your energy and they don't even know they're doing it. Like you can be feeling good, and then if somebody come up to you and start talking about how shitty their day was, all of a sudden you starting to feel shitty and don't even know why.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
so many things can change your energy, but people that know that it can be done, it's either they can use it for their personal gain, they can use it to help you. It's just it's no good and no bad. It's just there to use however you want to use it. What is good to you might not be good to somebody else.
Makes sense. Is it possible I could bring you back and have you do a couple readings for a few people?
Hell yeah.
At that, I want to.
Yeah.
If you listening, we're gonna take like 3 people only, not 75 of y'all coming ahead thinking y'all getting a free reading. Fuck out of here. Everybody gotta eat. She gotta eat too. God damn it. But if you listen and you serious, you'd like to get a reading. You even matter of fact, I would rather you do a reading for a skeptic. Somebody who doesn't actually believe that it's possible. You know what I mean? That would make more sense.
Now let me see this. When you pick your people, pick them. I don't know if you can pick them beforehand or how that works, because I've dealt with skeptics, and some skeptics, even though they see that yes, this works, yes, it's possible, yes, it's true, they put up this shield, like to try to block off their energy. And I'm not about to drain myself to prove a point to nobody. You know,
definitely. See, don't get me wrong. This podcast is based off a lot of shit talk. That's just what we do. But at the same time, when it's valuable information that could be put out, I'd rather it be actually worth it versus people just coming on here just wanting to talk shit. Nah, fuck that. That shit ain't real. Because at the end of the day, if you feel it, you feel it. You know what I'm saying? Like I just said, I don't believe in a lot of this stuff, but a lot of what you just said actually kind of changed my mind about a few things that quickly. Because I'm an open-minded person, so I can actually listen to what you're saying. And just like you said, like with the dark, I never really thought about everything actually grows in the dark. Everything grows in the darkness and comes to the light.
Comes to the light, yes.
When you think about it, and I never really put that together. A seed, a baby, both of them come, babies and seeds, they are the start of life. They all start in the same place, in the darkness. You know what I mean? So you
don't know light. Like you have to go through the darkness in order to know the light, and vice versa. Like being in the light makes you can gain a sense of appreciation from darkness.
Yeah.
Because
all of us,
it brought you to the
whether as a teen or an adult, all of us have been in a dark place and came out of it to the light as well. So it's like, when you think about it, it does make sense. You grow in the dark. You could go through your darkness is all your bad times right now, all the fucked up shit that's happening right now. But at some point you grow from all the fucked up shit that's going on. And when you get to the light, you're a better person. You're a bigger person, stronger person.
Darkness is the fertilizer. Yeah.
So it actually makes fucking sense. That's crazy. So like I said, I want to bring a few people on. You know, I want at least one person that kind of is open-minded, but don't really believe. You know what I mean? Okay. That way I could see if you can actually fuck their head up for the most part. Like, oh shit, damn. You know what I mean? Okay. And hopefully it's people that actually, I want to find people who actually need it. Not just people who just like, oh, let's just do it just to do it. No, you may need to hear something, you know, something positive, something that's going on. It may be something in your past that you need to find out about. Let's make it happen, people. Hit me up.
Let's do it.
And also make sure y'all hit her up as well. Shoot out your social media
again. All right. So my social media, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube is Sister Mindfulness, SISTAR Mindfulness. And my website is sistermindfulness.com. And on my website, you can book. I have different readings available there, love readings, money readings, just If you want to get on the phone and just ask away however many questions that you can ask within an hour, we could do that. And I also have affirmation merchandise, shirts, mugs, things like that on there as well.
Sister Mindfulness in the motherfucking building. Make sure y'all check out. I know some of y'all listening right now that's saying, you know what? I could actually use that. Hit her the fuck up.
Hit me up.
Yeah. Ease your mind with the mindfulness system. All on the baby.
I get to the dance floor, get one knee slow. Get to the dance floor, get one knee slow. It's crazy how you driving me crazy. Girl, your love is overload. Same as your body, goddamn. My African girl, come closer. I whine for your dad, bend over. My American girl, come closer. I whine for your dad, bend over. You confuse me, girl, when you bounce along. My Jamaican girl, I'm my African girl. I'm my African girl. I saw you from afar with a pelican eye. Your body's so nice like a Mexican pie. I'll take you for the ride in a limo, you my ride or die. Me thinking about you, I smile all night when I'm sad. Cuddling in your arms makes me feel alright. Jump, jump like you want a trampoline. Make some noise, baby, it's a jamboree. We're going to a party, can you tag along? I nobody fit touch, so I'ma shoot them down with no armor. Party, can you tag along? I nobody fit touch, so I'ma shoot them down with no armor. My African girl, come closer. I whine for your dad, bend over. My American girl, come closer. I whine for your dad, bend over. You confuse me, girl, when you bounce along. My Jamaican girl, I'm my African girl. I'm my African girl.
Yeah, I just need your big Thames, yeah, like what I see. I know that you wild, don't tell me like a cat. You put me in a bottle like it's juju you use. You made me freeze up when I saw you walk by. Yeah, you the fine girl. Hold up, give me a minute, girl. I just saw you by my hands, now you got my attention. Man, I need to see the doctor, you my little sweet Afro girl. Make me go mad with your body looking goody. Curves looking bigger, that must figures on these niggas.
My African girl, come closer. I whine for your dad, bend over. My American girl, come closer. I whine for your dad, bend over. You confuse me, girl, when you bounce along. My Jamaican girl, I'm my African girl. I'm my African girl.